Minnow and I just uh, we went to play frisbee today, and I'm very excited because it's late fall. There's not snow on the ground. Minnow doesn't really prefer snow with frisbee, but through the winters, we will play with frisbee in the snow. Usually, not where it's fluffy and everything gets lost. But anyway, I was very excited. We got to play frisbee, and I also figured something out. Christine bought Minnow a new little knit sweater and a new harness style. The harness that I have for Minnow, originally purchased because he pulled at the neck, uh, but he also leads from behind sometimes, is I had the, where I put the leash, it would hooked at the front at his chest. Christine's new harness that she got Minnow when she was watching him, it's on the back. And one of the things that I noticed, because Minnow is comfortable in his sweater, and then so I left it on and I've slept with him, and then he gets up in the morning and it's slid. It's either expanding or somehow it's too big and it sags. And so what I discerned is, well, the neck has it's a shawl neck. And so what I've been doing is I got a safety pin, as a way to, once the sweater's on, to make it tighter fitting around his neck, and then roll the shawl knitting back to give me more ballast for the safety pin to securely stay in it. And that worked a wee bit for keeping the sweater in place, which Minnow is wearing now 24/7 as we're trending towards cooler temperatures. It makes Minnow comfortable to have uh, a comforter or a sweater to bed in, to relax in. And I find that he will and does relax when he's warm. Um, well, one of the fine-tuned gestures I did today is I took the sweater and then I folded it over the back of the harness before the two D-rings come together. So now the sweater and the harness are one unit. And in that the harness is fitted right for Minnow's body, the sweater also stays in place. And so we were on our way to play frisbee, and let's see. I was thinking like, oh yeah, I got to express tell, and we're on the way there, and it's already at 4 o'clock. It's already dusk here in Maine in winter, and I was on my knee rover with the pneumatic tires and hybrid off-road uh, style, and what I found is there's was hardly any activity on the roads with both people and cars, and it was kind of like I questioned. I'm like, what day is it? Why is it so barren, basically? Quiet, still. And I'm like, well, it's cool because then Minnow and we rolled down the middle of the road to go to the park. It's an incline, so it actually was pretty fun. Minnow was basically pulling me securely in his harness because it's not going to squeeze his neck to do that. But it was fun. I was rolling with Minnow. I'm like, you know what? This is awesome exercise from Minnow in itself. We got to the park and we played frisbee. On the way to the park, Minnow looks adorable, prancing and pulling in front. He always does. He always garners attention with people that break into a smile. And this woman, we were passing Mecca where the art students live, and she says, she says, I thought she was going to say, that's so cute, because I hear that all the time about Minnow. And my usual comment is, thanks, man. Colloquially speaking, I just say, man. But what she didn't say that. She didn't say, oh, how for cute. She said, that is so sexy. And I almost said, thanks, man. And I went, oh, I caught myself and I'm like, I'm like, different cue. She said, that is so sexy. I can't even describe it. And I'm like, thanks. Thank you. Of course, as I'm still rolling. And, I played Frisbee. He was very happy. He's not played Frisbee at the very least since before my surgery. So I'm thinking, uh, so he was quite avid and stoked and stroked to be ambitious about it. Frisbee is actually, I would say, Minnow's very single-minded and ambitious about Frisbee. He loves Frisbee. One of the things I noticed with all the leaves that have left the tree, um, sometimes we play Frisbee in summer and there's a lot of foliage, and sometimes we bank off the trees. Sometimes the Frisbee gets snagged in the leaves, and then Minnow has to call me, bark, bark, to get an assist. I have to fetch it out of the tree or shake the tree for him, for me, so I can launch it again. And he really enjoyed it. We were able to bank off the trees. Nothing got snagged, and it wouldn't matter if it had, but it was one less thing for me to wheel into the grass, to go get the go get the Frisbee for Minnow. He loved it. He did his usual. Every year he gets more of an arc when he catches it, and he uses his nose like a bottlenose dolphin to self-entertain. And usually the first Frisbee too, it's he parades. He parades to all four corners of the park. I caught the Frisbee. I caught the Frisbee. And he really likes the game for sure. Um, on the way back, we were going up the same road in the middle that we had gone down, and there was a man and two girls. I think they were his daughters or a daughter and friend, and he asked about Minnow, and I told him all about. Yeah, he is a hound. He is a sight hunting hound, Chironecco, pharaoh hound, Egyptian pharaoh hound. Think of Anubis, the sculpture, the god of the underworld that has the jackal head and the man body, uh, or the Ebesian hound of Italy, which is a pharaoh hound mixed with a white hound of Italy, expressed in their Renaissance painting where the horses and the riders are gilt in gold to go hunting, and they've got these very stylized aesthetic dogs going through the hills and the rills and the cypress trees, which to me I think are very poetic looking, especially to my eye because I'm not from Italy. I'm not land granted from Italy. But I do find cypress trees very poetic. What else? Anyway, it was wonderful. He asked lots of questions. I gave him answers. He was very happy and appreciative. Minnow kept, Minnow's very good at positioning and putting himself to get what he wants. And he gave the man a smile by baring his teeth, which I informed him that's a smile. And then Minnow, kept rubbing or standing nearby to get petted, and petted is what he got. So then Minnow gave him a little kiss, and I said, you know what? I said, Minnow's not very kissy, so that's definitely a compliment. And the man, when he was all done, he said, well, thank you so much. Thank you for, for expressing, for letting me know this dog's origin, and for your time, and happy Thanksgiving. And It was duly expressed. It was resonant on the level, on every level, even with appearances.